What comes to mind when you hear China and religion? Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm in Suzhou, one of the most beautiful cities in China, and I'm at one of the church premises, one of the most beautiful churches in Suzhou. Are foreigners or allowed to worship in China? So yeah, I just came to explore and share how beautiful this church looks like. So this is a church in Suzhou City, Suzhou, and I can't believe how beautiful this church looks like. The environment, the surrounding, so beautiful. So before me coming to China as a Christian or a Catholic, I was so worried because I didn't really know how I'll be allowed to worship in China. There was just this perception that if you're a foreigner, you are not allowed to worship. Chinese people are not allowed. But that is really not true. In China, if you're a foreigner during this church service, foreigners are allowed to worship in the church. You can come to church every Sunday or any days you have church activities for foreigners, and it's absolutely allowed for foreigners. Look at this church, so beautiful. Even in my country, Ghana, where we say we are Christians, and so we don't have these kind of beautiful churches like this. So if you're a foreigner, this is how beautiful it looks like. So beautiful. So yeah, so this is the Catholic Church. So if you're a foreigner and you are thinking of coming to China and you are worried because you might not be allowed to worship, don't be worried. In China, you are allowed to worship freely, most especially in the church. And I'm walking around the church premises to show you around, to show you how beautiful the place is. I'm really amazed by how beautiful they have built this church for foreigners. So this church is mainly for foreigners and even Chinese. Chinese who are Christians are also allowed to worship, but the thing is, foreigners and Chinese are not allowed to worship together. So sometimes they have their service at a different time, and foreigners also have their service at a different time. I really love the surrounding here. The environment here is so beautiful. If you are in Suzhou, or if you are thinking of coming to Suzhou to study, work, yes, I'll send the location of the church in the description box so that every Sunday you can also join the church service and worship. Guys, this place is so beautiful. I'm really amazed, and this one I have to go to China. It's so beautiful. Look at this. This is the lakeside of the church. This is the lakeside of the church, and you can see the view. It's so beautiful. You can see how beautiful it is. So yeah, I'm really amazed. I must say this is the most beautiful churches I have seen, especially in China. The most beautiful churches I've ever seen in China, and this is so beautiful. Probably because Suzhou has a lot of foreigners, so they have to accommodate foreigners here, welcome foreigners here through church service and stuff. And just by the church, there's a lake. It's called Dushuhu Lake, and this makes the place so beautiful. In fact, wow. So about this misconception that foreigners are not allowed to worship in China, that is not entirely true. As a foreigner, you are allowed to freely worship in the church as a foreigner. So don't be worried in case you are coming to China or anything about religion. Hello, Xiaopanyo. 什么？
中文那么好。
哦，还行吧。 Yeah, these are some Chinese. All right. So that is all to all Christians who are in China or thinking of coming to China. Yeah, this is it. I love the surrounding and the environment of the church. It looks so beautiful. Wow, this is really how a church should look like. Just look at this side. This is the other part of the city, Suzhou City. And this is where the church is. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is the church is really far from the city. Yeah, it's really far from the city, but still the environment is so cool and so beautiful. I like the fact that they have a lake which is surrounding the church. So the environment is so conducive to worship the Most High. If you are thinking of coming to China, even if you're a Muslim, any religion, you are allowed, you are welcome. I think the only thing you don't have to do is public evangelism. They are trying to convince other Chinese to be part of a religion. I think that is what is not really accepted. Apart from that, if you're a Christian, just make sure that you ask people in your city. Even if you are not in Suzhou, you can ask people in your city and you will find a church. Even if you have any map, all you have to do is to search Jiaotang, and you will find the nearest church closer to you where you can join them during service and worship